If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell icon to get the latest updates.
So guys, before starting our today's session, can you please confirm you have any questions in the last class? Hello?
No questions for me.
So I
Yes.
think we are working with the Node.js app. Okay. And if you remember, if you want to create a package file, you need to go for the npm init followed by -- yes. Okay. npm init. Yes. So what happen, you will be getting a new project file created without prompting anything. And if you want to create a new file, let's click here. I'm going to be creating a file, something called as a P, something called 11. We already did some programs in the last class. Yeah? It's like a continuation. So it's whatever we are discussing, these concepts are similar to all what will be called languages like JavaScript, similar to Node.js programming. Okay, Angular, React, etc. So I'm not going to be what will be called giving you any dedicated things here. All these are related to every what will be called language related to UI. Okay, we are going to be discussing. Right. So let's say start with the difference between other languages and JavaScript here with the help of a feature called as say arrays. So if you remember what exactly an array is. So arrays comparing to other technologies and JavaScript are some different. Okay, 1 minute guys. So let's save this. Go to C column date 2. This is something called 13 Jan. I cannot have a privilege to create any folder in the C drive. Let's go here. C drive. Node examples. Date 2. This is 13 Jan. See guys, most of you people have experienced working arrays in different technologies. Now coming to JavaScript, what is the difference between regular array and JavaScript array? How it will be used? So first point before going to the content, I'll explain you. JavaScript arrays are okay, very powerful. Like what we can use? What is the difference is in used as a collection. See, this is a very important when you go for a JavaScript array. So when you're talking about an array is generally in any programming language, it is an abstract data type used to store group of elements within single identification. Right. This is what we do it in different. When it coming to JavaScript arrays, it is an object. See, this is an object. So array is an abstract data type, generally used to store group of elements within single identification. When it coming to JavaScript array, we are talking about JavaScript array. This is very powerful comparing to regular arrays. Okay, it is an object. Okay, used to store unlimited items of any type in single identification. This is what exactly the JavaScript array. So JavaScript arrays are very powerful than regular. Let me go to my Visual Studio. Let me go to my example, how do I define it? Very simple. Generally, we are writing items is equal to, this is the first way how to declare a JavaScript array. I repeat, I can use a square bracket to define a JavaScript array. Otherwise, I have a feature that variable items is equal to new array. See, this is how I can specify. Clear? So console.log type of items1. I can also say console.log type of items2. Let me save this. See node p11. Can you please check? Are you able to follow what I'm telling?
Yes.
Okay. So let me give you the same example in your chat window. You can try. I'll continue the same. Okay. This is how you can specify. So this is how an array can be declared in your JavaScript. So let me go and have some examples. I'll create a document like last class, whatever I'm giving you. Okay. So which will give you, which will have what will be called a proper reference if you need it. Okay. Right. So this is the first example. And if you ask me a question, can I have initialization of JavaScript array? Yes, you can have initialization. How do I do this? Very simple. I can specify an element which is going to be written like this, or I can specify like this. See how beautiful it is? So if you want to display the array elements, I can specify like this. Understand how the changes comparing to other languages and JavaScript array. Can I have a quick confirmation? Able to follow, guys?
Yes.
All right. So you will be asking the difference, how you're going to be iterating. Very simple. Let's say if you ask me a question, I have an array containing some elements, and how do I display? There is a beautiful facility. Regularly, you'll be using an array items to be fetched using a loop, right? That is a very common thing. But here, there is a lot of beautiful things here. We'll be discussing one by one. If you ask me a display, I want to display using a while loop. Okay, display array elements using while loop. This is very, very important, guys. So I'll be writing variable I. I'll declare a variable. Let me have this declaration is part of your global. I is equal to 1, where you know the syntax of while loop. I less than or equal to I less than items dot length. See, do remember array is an object, and this object contains an inbuilt attribute called as a length. It's a predefined. So console.log I followed by I plus plus. Now here you're going to be getting the, see how simple I'll be getting the elements 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So here I want to display items of I. See, you'll be getting all the items starting from first element, that is 0. It's a very basic thing. It's a very, very basic thing. Clear, everybody? Hello?
Yeah. Oh, so
So
you said that items and item values, right? Values you give
right.
the value.
Absolutely. Yes. Now, if you ask me, can I have the elements in same line? It is not possible to display the elements in same line. See, I'm giving you the source in the chat window also, guys. Anybody want to try? They can do it straight away. Right. So let me go a bit faster. So here I want to display the elements. So variable message is equal to something called a backquote followed by generate. Okay, display array elements using while loop followed by message plus is equal to backquote items of I. If you remember, we discussed this one in the last class. So what will happen, you'll be getting the items are generated in the variable. Somewhere we have an error. So I'm going to be generating the elements followed by one space. This I want to give display array elements. All right. So I will be clear, right? Let me give you this source to you in the chat window. You can take a couple of minutes, understand this scenario, a situation, then understand this example and we'll continue. So I want to have very basic scenario with the while loop. We did it. If you ask me, can I have this one in the other loops? Yes, I can do. Simple. I can specify. This is using a do while loop. So here I'll be writing do. Sorry. This is do. While loop followed by while loop. Simple. This is while loop, do while loop. If you ask me how to generate them using for loop, this is also very similar thing you people know. If you say you're okay, then I'll go for the continuation. This is a very basic syntax what I'm giving, where everybody experience this feature. Where everybody experiences this feature in all the places. Now, apart from this, we have a beautiful facility we're going to be discussing with the help of for with additional features. For with additional features. So I am able to display all the ways. This is a very basic syntax you might experienced in the real time. Okay, I'll give you a couple of minutes. The source given in the chat window. Can you please check and confirm? Are you okay with this syntax? You can copy paste from the chat window. So this is a common syntax where everybody experienced, but there is a lot of additional facilities from now. Any questions you can ask me, guys. So basics were almost completed, which you are familiar with this kind of common syntax in your regular scenarios. You need more time or shall I proceed? Yes.
You can proceed.
Shall I proceed?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So for loop is a very commonly used feature in JavaScript. Not only working with the array elements of basic here, we have a feature called as a iterating on elements. For is available in following flavors. I repeat, for loop syntax is available in following flavors. Very basic syntax is for. We have for off. We have for in. These are the three beautiful facilities we have in your JavaScript. So very important point, guys. Note, JavaScript does not have for each feature. There is no for each feature. Okay, maybe you might experience for each in different language. Here we don't have. We have an alternative. For example, how can we have this for? So this is used to iterate. Okay, used to what will be called iterate loop using what will be called initial value and update segments. For off, see, this is used to iterate using elements in array similar to for each in other languages. For in, this is one of the beautiful facility here. This is used to iterate on index of array items, which is having a very beautiful examples case. We're going to be using this for in many ways. Okay, this is for loop feature in your JavaScript. For so different flavors using with for loop. Let's start with a very basic thing. I have an items and I have elements like pen, something called elements, pencil. I want to iterate. See, there are many ways. For variable item of items, see how beautiful it is. Later, I can use this one in your Angular components, guys. Very, very important. See how beautiful it is. Item of. See, guys, how beautiful it is. Able to understand what I'm telling? Hello?
Yeah.
So let's
you are,
come back
here
to
is items is one object. So you are
yes.
putting another object called item.
Right. Okay. So basic syntax is this one. Console.log. I'll give a backward. I remember I discussed a backward in the last class. Whereas items of I position is equal to what is this I position? $. So you'll be getting right. Very good. Then here you'll be getting $ items of I. So this is array. See how beautiful it is. I'm iterating on the elements with their index. It's a very basic thing. But here we are iterating from first element to last element. Okay. So this one display array elements with their positions. See, this is a very basic syntax. Now here, if you want to display using for of, you'll be writing for variable item of items. See how beautiful it is. Very simple. You're going to be getting the item. See guys, we are not stopping in the fundamental. We are moving to JSON objects in just a bit. Guys, very clear. We are moving to JSON objects in just a bit. Try this, everybody. You can ask me any questions if you have, guys. I am not in a hurry. We are not taking only, we are not limited to very basic, guys. We are doing very advanced things. Display array items using for off. Please confirm, guys, once you complete, take your own time. I'm taking a lot of examples, guys. We'll do it one by one. Even I'll share you the code, which is very basic.
I think we can proceed, Krishna. I'm like at the same example that you are at.
Yes, I'm good to continue also.
Yes, Kiran, please go ahead.
1 minute, guys. Shall I proceed, everyone?
Yes.
Now we have a feature called as a for in. See, this is a very, very important feature, guys. You'll understand the importance not immediately. For I in items, you'll get the index. You will get the importance in very few minutes, guys. See, you will get an index. It will be iterated on the index. Will be iterated on the index. So the importance of this one you will be understanding in just a bit, guys. So what we can do is we have a feature to get the items index from an array object. You will understand the importance in just a bit. For now, you understand only the concept is we can get the index of an array. For in display array I elements index using for in. So I want everybody to practice this example along with me, please. Now here I can specify backquote. See, items of I. So index is equal to dollar items of I. See, I don't know what is the starting position. When you don't know what is the starting position, this is the best choice. You need not to tell what's going to be happening. See here, I don't have I equal to 0. I don't have I less than length. Kind of things are not at all available. See guys, this example is used to get each and every element with their position also. This is not possible using for off. Or you can say that it cannot, it's not possible using what will be called for each. Okay, so display array elements with their index. Right. This is a beautiful facility, guys. You will understand this more importance in just a bit. The point is you have a feasibility not only iterating on the element, you can iterate on the element respective index also. The code was shared in the chat box to save your time. Can you please confirm, are we clear, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Now let's move to the next concept. JSON objects. See, if you want to store any object in JavaScript or UI based technologies, you will be using JSON object. JSON stands for JavaScript object notation. Actually, this is what will be called an object to store group of different elements with their what will be called notation, or you can simply say that their identification. So JSON object is the only way where we can store object in the what will be called UI technology. Variable, you can simply say O1 is equal to curly brace. This is how to create a JSON object. Okay, console.log type of O1. You'll be getting the O1. So let's say variable O1 equal to curly brace. So this is how to specify JSON object. Very simple. Now the question is, if you ask me, I want to store a particular element, like example, a student is equal to, I can specify an ID. Okay, like what will be called 1001. Student name, let's say Kiran. Course, let's say Angular. Fees, let's say 20,000. Something. So this is what exactly called. Say JSON object, different elements. See, now console.log student, you'll get the complete student object. Now the student object is under complete control of the variable, right? This is how to have a JSON object. JSON object. Right? Yes. Try this one, everybody. It's a very, very powerful feature, and it's a very important if you want to be in the UI technologies. JSON syntax is very, very important, guys. Previously, you might experience working with XML and all. Now you don't have any XML, completely JSON format. Completely JSON format. So I'm giving you sufficient time and the source also for your instant reference. Shall we start, guys?
I think you didn't put the source, and can you send the source?
You
in
want the
chat
source
window?
in the chat window?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah. I believe you're keeping the all sources with you, and I'm also maintaining a live material for you. See, array is an object, JSON object is an object. Both are actually same. Shall we start, guys?
Yes, we can start.
Now, coming here, I'll take a variable called as say E, which I refer to employee object. Most of the places you might experience it this syntax, actually writing in separate line, nothing else. Okay, Kiran, the job semi salary, let's say 10,000. This is what I'm going to be giving. I want to display. How do I do this one? For C variable. What I mean is I want to get the index. Index in E. See how beautiful it is. Now what happens, this index is a variable which is iterated in each and every index. Now you'll be getting the index. See, this is a beautiful facility. In other technologies, you have a reflection kind of lot of implementation. Now it's a very easy. You can do it. Right? Try this one. Field names can be generated in the array. See how beautiful it is. I can get the field names of an object using a feature of in. I said you right. The importance of the in you will be understanding slowly. Okay, JSON object array, field names, you can iterate. Okay. Now the thing is, I want to get the index with their position. How do I do this one? Let me have this one as a variable I. Now let's say $I is equal to $E of I. See how beautiful it is? I can get the field name and the value. This is a reflection kind of programs in other technologies like Java, .NET and all. But here it's a very easiest way. Display JSON object elements with their positions. Can you please confirm, are we clear?
Yes.
All right. Now, let's say this is my first object. This is my first object. In real time, generally, you don't prefer writing fields in separate lines. Right. This is the first object. Now, let's say you have multiple objects. How do I do this? Very simple, is equal to a square bracket. Right. And this is the first object. Right. Followed by the second object like this. First one, let me call this one as Arvind, Bhuvan, Chir, job developer, programmer, trainer. So you'll be having some values. I want to display. How do I do this one? Many ways. First one, for I equal to 0, I less than employees dot length. This is a very basic thing. I plus plus. Now what I'll do? Variable E is equal to employees of I. Every item is going to be coming into the E. Backquote. ID $E dot ID. Ename $ename. Job. Salary. See how beautiful it is? Very basic. I can get the complete values. You don't want to have the fields. You can remove this. These are displaying the fields also. You don't want to have the fields. I can remove the fields also. I can generate the fields. Okay, try this. Display array items of JSON objects. Display JSON array objects. So if you want to have this one in the for off, okay. So if you want to display in the for loop, we'll do this. Display array items. JSON object array. So if you want to display in the for off, very simple. I can simply say for variable E of employees. See how beautiful it is? That's it. Simple. Try this one. Hello. Shall I proceed?
Yes,
All right.
we can proceed.
So if you ask me the question, I want to display all array elements with their positions. How do I do this? So this is using for off. So I want to have this one. See, this is my array object, right? So let's say variable I in E console.log backward $I is equal to $E of I. So we'll be getting all the elements. And I want to have a line end of every record. So we'll be getting this. See how all records are going to be iterating. It's a beautiful facility what we have. Every record. Now I didn't point out the index element. I didn't point out the first element. I didn't say the first object. Everything will come. Try this one. This is very, very important, guys. Next, we'll move to the TypeScript. Elements with their positions. Can you please confirm, are we clear, everyone? Hello.
Yes, we're good.
All right. Now, what is TypeScript? Why do we need a TypeScript? What are the limitations of JavaScript? How to install TypeScript? Why do we need TypeScript on the context of Angular? See, TypeScript is an object-oriented transpiler from Microsoft. This is used to convert object-oriented programming syntax to pure JavaScript. So whenever you want to have a pure JavaScript with object-oriented syntax, then we'll be using. So the question is, why do we need TypeScript? The answer is JavaScript will not support object-oriented programming. Example, class, method, constructor are unknown to JavaScript, but it is essential. Understand is what I'm telling you? So JavaScript is completely procedure-oriented programming. TypeScript is object-oriented programming. Shall we start? Hello. Right. Now, how to install Java's TypeScript? So, installation. To install, what to do? npm install -g TypeScript. This is how to install TypeScript. How to install TypeScript? npm install -g TypeScript. What will happen? To check successful installation, you can say tsc -- followed by version. So after TypeScript, what happens, installation, you'll be getting tsc command. After successful installation, tsc command gets available. How do I install? npm install -g TypeScript. Successful installation, you'll be getting tsc command. To display the version, tsc -- version. To create file name.tsc. To transpile, tsc name.ts. file name.ts, or you can also see tsc file name. So what happened here? Click after the ts file. Now after transpilation, respective Node.js file gets run. To run Node.js, node followed by JavaScript file. I'm sorry. So this points I'll give you in the chat window for your reference. Guys, here the first step is you need to say that npm install -g Typescript. It's already installed in my machine. I can specify npm install -g Typescript. So after this, I can specify tsc -- version, the version of the TypeScript. Right? tsc -- version. I have TypeScript version 4.9.4. So what to do next one? So you need to create a file name. Example p21.ts. p21.ts. ts in the sense TypeScript. How do I do this one? Very simple. Let name, which is string type, is equal to Kiran. In TypeScript, your data type to be provided using this. Now I can specify console.log name is $E1. Now what we need to do? tsc file name.ts. Now JS file gets created. See if you are able to see. This is JS file. Now what to do? Run, guys. Understand? Try this. All the steps are given in the JavaScript, chat window. Try this example, guys.
Actually, I think TypeScript install is failing for me. Was anybody able to install TypeScript?
Can you please tell me what was the issue you're facing?
Yeah, I'm sharing my
Can you
screen.
share your screen, please?
Yes.
What are you given? npm install -g. Okay. Can you try npx install same -g TypeScript? Sorry, you need to change the other environment. You're trying with PowerShell. That is the issue you're facing.
Okay.
Change the terminal from PowerShell to command prompt. PowerShell prompt you opened. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. So I tried it in the.
No. You can see the PowerShell right in the terminal. Go to the terminal, please.
Okay.
Change the, now you can no. After the PowerShell, you can see the down arrow after plus symbol down arrow. Yeah, please select the second one. Now try npm install -g space TypeScript. Hit enter, please. It's working.
Okay, I'll wait for it to complete.
Guys, I'll give you 1-2 minutes more. Please try. I'll continue.
So what is the command here to run the file or the
Yes,
TypeScript?
I given the syntax, right? First, you need to create a file with .ts extension. Give any name. Then tsc file name.ts. Then JS file gets created. Then node file name.js. Okay.
That we have to run in command script all the time, or
yeah, all the time you need to. Okay. Can you please confirm? Are we clear, everybody? Hello, guys.
I am getting an error, compilation error.
Can you please share your screen, please?
Yeah, just a moment.
You are also using PowerShell. Please change from PowerShell to no command prompt. Okay.
Yes, got it.
Please.
Okay, thank you.
So if you remember the last class, like if you want to go for a string data type, this is the way you will be writing. So V1 is this one followed by data type is type of V1. Same. Like I want to go for other types. So what I can do is, let's say numeric type. V2 number type. So same thing here I'll be giving. This is how to provide the number type. Boolean, I'll be writing V3. Data type called as a Boolean. I'll be writing something called as a true. V3 type of V3. Now coming here, I want to go for a undefined. You can leave it. Okay, but majorly 3 different data types are going to be used. And when you say you don't know any type of data, I can specify any where I can put any type of value. Where I can have any type of data type can be provided. Whenever you don't have, you are recommended to use any type. Any is available in the TypeScript. Right? Try this one, everybody, please.
Sorry, I switched to command prompt. Still, I'm getting the same error.
I think you haven't installed. Can you please check once? Can you please share your screen?
Oh, okay. It's command prompt, right?
Now what you written? TSA JavaScript file. You have to use ts.ts. TypeScript file should have extension .ts.
This I have TS.
No. While running, you need a tsc p21.ts. In the route you wrote psc p21.js you wrote. Please change it to ts.
TS. Okay.
Hit enter.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Thank you.
Kiran, I'm still getting the same error for
Please share
installing
your
it.
screen. Share your screen, please. Share your screen.
Are you okay? Am I not? Okay, give me 1 second. Let me show.
What was the error? Okay. Can you erase other terminals, please? Can you delete other terminals, please? PowerShell terminal. Can you delete the PowerShell terminal, please? Now tell me what was the issue you're facing. npm install already done, right? You can try tsc file. Can you check tsc? tsc space dash version. tsc not installed. npm install -g types. Okay, in that case, what you have some error, right?
I
You
think
close the Visual Studio, please. Can you close the Visual
think
Studio
we-
once? Can you
we
open
have
the
a
Visual Studio
proxy
once again?
related. Madhavi, I believe sometimes we have to set up the proxy for installations. I did that
Code.
long.
Code. CODE.
Visual Studio.
Yes.
And run it as administrator?
No issues. You can open command line or administrator. You don't have it. Now open the terminal in power, not in PowerShell. Wait. New terminal. Very good. Yes. Close the PowerShell. No, you create a new terminal.
Right. So
Click on. Yeah,
okay.
delete the PowerShell.
Yes.
Now type tsc version. Hit enter. Now write on npm install -g space TypeScript. Hit enter. Rollback failed options. You have some npm installation for errors are there. Wait. Can you open any command prompt in the meanwhile, please?
So you have to, Murli, I think you were saying you have to set a proxy. Does it have to be done in the Visual Studio, or should I log out of Skype and try it?
So last time I did it in the Visual Studio. Let's wait. I think Kiran might know it. Let's wait for some time. Oh, you got the same error?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Kiran, do you know how to set up the proxy? We have to set up that internally. Let me check in the meantime, my settings are. I ran commands to set up last time, but it was like 1 year ago. File preferences settings.
Can you try npx install npx? What is the issue? Proxy issues are there.
Yeah, proxy
Yeah.
issues are there. Do you know the ftw proxy :8080? Otherwise, I can give you that.
Wait. Don't go for such things here. Can you click on the search button on the left side windows? In the window button, click on the search button. Down.
Okay. Here.
Down. No. Windows down. Last line. Taskbar.
Okay.
Type command prompt command. Wait. You can see the Node.js command prompt right there. Click on the run as administrator. Yes.
Oh, it's
No.
not run as
Okay.
administrator.
Yes. Node.js command prompt. Right side, you can see the run as administrator. Right. Now, can you try npx space I space I dash space dash G TypeScript. Can you hit enter? Rollback failed. You have a okay. You have some respective error is there. It's your proxy settings. I cannot help you. Okay. Your administrator should tell me. Okay.
Okay, I'll disconnect out of Skype, and if I get dropped off of the call, I'll call back.
Yeah. No issues. You can do it later. Okay.
Okay.
Guys, coming to the continuation. If you have any functions, how do we do that one in the TypeScript? Let's say I want to have a display function. How do I do this? You can say function display where you don't have, I want to have a definition console.log hello from display. This is how to write. And here how to call the function. And if you want to say that the function is not returning anything, you can use a void keyword, meaning that no argument, no return type, no return type, no argument. No return type. TypeScript. If you have any statements in the function, you can have loops, everything. Function, let's say something called writeLine. It's also not having any argument. Variable message is equal to empty. Something called for I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to 30, I plus plus. Message is equal to something called a hyphen. Now end of the line, I want to display this message. So what I want to do is I want to have writeLine. I mean, it's a draw line, writeLine, whatever. See, this is how you can have your regular functions. Try this one. Function not returning any value. Functions in TypeScript. Hello, guys. You need more time?
I'm good.
Very good.
Done?
Yes.
Now the thing is, if you have a parameterized function, what to do? If you have a returning value, what to do? For example, I want to have a function which is something called as a display, or you can say wishes containing name. This is how you need to specify function containing string as an argument. Hello followed by $name. Now coming here, wishes of Kiran. Right. When we have a function with a string as an argument, this one. If you have some other parameter, let's say I have a number parameter, I can have kind of function, let's say addition of A number type, B number type, return type is void. Return type is, I mean, everything is optional, parameter types and all. Console.log backquote addition of first variable and second variable is third variable. I can specify addition of try this. Are we clear? Hello. If you ask me the question, can I return a value? Yes. Function, something called square which containing n number, which is going to be returning number. Return n into n. This is how you can return a number. If you say addition of two number, A number parameter, B number parameter, return type is number, return A plus B. I want to display the values, console.log square of value, console.log addition of 20. PSC P21, I'll get it. Function returning values. Function returning values. So guys, any questions? Any questions? Any questions, guys?
No questions.
All right. So if you have any class, you'll be writing like this. Class will be continuing the session in the next class. Let's say how the syntax will be there. Object-oriented programming basics. Working with object-oriented programming we'll be discussing in the next class. But if you have any class, we will be doing like this. I have a class. The name of the class is something called as a data. I have a variable which is secured, private, some number which is number type. I want to set the data. I can say constructor. This dot number is equal to some value. I want to display the data. Public, constructor also to be public only. So public display. So here console.log number is this dot number. This is how to write a class and a method. We'll be understanding what is class and method in next class in detail. Right? One dot display.
So this TypeScript is, yeah, we need to write in TypeScript and then convert into JSON.
JavaScript. Yes.
JavaScript.
Why we are learning Java TypeScript in the sense Angular containing the source completely in the TypeScript only. Angular containing complete. So in the next class, a 30 to 40 minutes will be working on the TypeScript. Then introduction to Angular, it will take a 15-20 minutes. Angular project structure, it will take a 30 minutes. Then we'll be working with Angular example. So next class we'll be having Angular with TypeScript. Okay. Right. So guys, can you please confirm? Are we clear? You have any questions?
No questions. It's clear.
Right. So hope you enjoyed the session. Okay, we'll continue.
Yeah. It's good. It is good. Yeah. We learned something. TypeScript.
You have any? I'm sorry, I'm not able to hear you.
No, it is good that we learned something new. Yeah.
Very good. Next class completely TypeScript structure, like we'll be exporting data, we'll be importing data, we'll be writing object-oriented programming, we'll be working with Angular structure and all. Thank you so much, guys. Good night. Okay,
Thank
sorry.
you. Thank
Bye.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Also, feel free to ask your questions in the comment section below, and we will reply to them at the earliest.